Hi and welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be going over foreign currency exchange. So let's get started. First off, I want to thank Fabian for putting a comment in one of my videos previously in order to let me know that they were interested in finding out more about the financial currency exchange process. So hopefully this answers some of your questions, and if not, just again let me know in the comments down below so that way I can make a video more tailored to what you were asking about. What is foreign currency exchange? Simply put, it's the process of turning one's home country currency into another country's currency. This process is what allows for international commerce, but also for traveling across different countries. How does one determine the value of one currency to another? Well, that's called the currency exchange rate, which is the valuation of a currency put against another currency to arrive to a value of the currency. How are currency exchange rates determined? Well, the first thing is that there are a number of factors that go into determining the rate, and it is a lot to do with speculation as well. First thing is the economic conditions of the country in which you are trying to receive the currency. Generally, those with stronger economies tend to have a stronger valued currency. Inflation rates. Countries with lower inflation rates then tend to have stronger buying power, and those with stronger buying power tend to have a higher value. Political stability. So if a country government is considered to be stable, then it is more likely to get foreign investors involved with their government and other products and economies in general. Countries that have a history or the potential risk of going into instability are therefore riskier, and investors will not invest within that country. That can devalue the value of their currency. Trade balances. Generally, countries with a trade surplus, meaning that they are exporting more goods than they are importing, that's the trade surplus, they will typically see an increased demand for their currency. Increasing demand then raises the value of that currency as well. Market speculation. So earlier I was talking about how people's perceptions of countries and speculations will then determine some of the value of their currency, and that is true. So with market speculation, there are people out there and companies out there that will hedge their bets with different currencies based off of other factors, like if a country is coming out with new technological advances that may make them more suitable for investments, etc., then there is that speculatory portion of the value where people will then jump to buy more of a country's currency and therefore raising up its value. Generally, market speculation is what is going to cause like short-term fluctuations. So because there are the factors I mentioned earlier, but there are additional factors, the currency rate changes very frequently on a daily basis, sometimes on an hourly basis, dependent on certain things. You can find it on the foreign exchange market. The foreign exchange market is sometimes labeled as Forex, so F-O-R-E-X or FX. Generally, these currencies then are traded 24/5, meaning that they are traded 24 hours a day for the weekdays, and then generally they are not over the weekends. What's the foreign exchange market? Like I said, the foreign exchange market, or Forex or FX, it's a decentralized exchange, meaning that it is done through various networks across the world. So it's not necessarily in one particular place, hence the decentralized portion. And it's where currencies are traded. Now, Forex is the largest and most liquid financial market in the world. Its daily trading volume is within the trillions of dollars. Now, because of its global nature, it is 24/5, so again, 24 hours a day for the 5 days of the week, and it also operates in a way to be beneficial to all markets. So generally, it starts in the Asia Pacific region and then will move through Europe to North America. This just allows for continuous trading sessions to occur throughout the day. Who participates in the foreign exchange market? Well, the foreign exchange market is open to almost anyone. You'll have banks, governments, you'll have businesses, corporations, and even individuals and hedge funds who are trading currencies through the foreign exchange market. Each participant is going to have different motivations and different strategies as to why they are utilizing the foreign exchange market, but it is something that is available for them to try to make a profit if they can. And also because of the sheer volume, as in trillions of dollars are being traded on a daily basis, some fluctuation is normal, but in general, one individual's choice or one corporation's choice in how they are investing and not investing doesn't have a significant impact. It's only when there's a large number of investors who are changing their strategy at the same time that creates a fluctuation that is of concern. So how do banks participate in the foreign exchange market? First is to facilitate transactions. So banks will utilize the Forex in order to do services for their clients, such as foreign currency exchange in general. This can range from doing it for corporations, doing it with central banks, then for the government, as well as for private investors. What this service then allows is for foreign currency exchange. It allows for over-the-border transactions as well as international trade settlements. Banks do what is called market making, which is that they provide liquidity for both the buying and selling part, or that spread in between, that margin. They maintain the spreads, which is a difference between the buying price versus the selling price, proprietary trading. So this is where the bank themselves are doing some of their trades in order to make a profit for themselves. This is generally done in larger corporation banks, and they have usually a dedicated team that will analyze the Forex market, and then they will make decisions from there. The purpose of proprietary trading is to give them more profits. Lastly, it's called the interbank market. The interbank market is a market between financial institutions to trade amongst themselves, allowing them to purchase currencies at wholesale rates, meaning that because they are trading within themselves and they are usually doing large transactions, they're able to save a little bit with the interbank markets than doing it straight through the foreign exchange market. How does the exchange rate affect the average person? No matter who you go to, there is generally a fee or commission for doing a foreign currency exchange or conversion. Sometimes it's a flat fee, sometimes it is a flat percentage of the amount that you are looking to turn over in the new currency, and other times the rate that they give you will have an extra margin within it, and therefore that fee will take out how much you are actually going to get. So in most cases, you as an individual will not benefit from the actual current exchange rate. However, it's a good tool in order to gauge if you are getting a good deal or if the fees that you're being charged for converting your money is higher than you would like. How do people convert their currency? Well, banks offer currency exchange for account holders and non-account holders. For those who are account holders, there are generally higher limits for the amount that can be converted, a better priority system in which they get better customer service than those who are not account holders at the bank. Individuals can visit bank branches in order to do certain transactions, but they can also do it online. It depends on your individual bank branch location, whether or not they have the currency on hand. So in general, it is advised that you call ahead. Sometimes you can order the money in advance by calling and letting them know that you are planning some international travel and you're going to need X amounts of money, but in a different currency. And then the bank can put in the order for you and then have the currency then delivered to the bank to then be processed to you. Generally, banks that are closest to international airports will have currency on hand, and then banks that aren't near international airports and therefore will not have a regular need for exchanging foreign currency. So that's why it's important that you call ahead to find out. And if not, then go to a bank closer to the airport, which would give you more options. Currency exchange services. So there are actual businesses out there that all they do is currency exchange, but of course with an added fee. These are generally those places that you find that are in the airport. Sometimes they are attached near or located in buildings that are close to the airport, etc. ATMs. Well, nowadays you can actually go to an ATM in another country and then withdraw your money in the local currency. However, you may then be responsible for additional fees, such as international fees, then the currency exchange rate itself, and sometimes there are fees just for doing a currency conversion. So those are things you need to take into consideration when you use an ATM in another country. In general, it is also advised that you call your bank ahead of time so that way it doesn't spark a fraud alert and freeze your account essentially. Using a credit card. Most credit cards nowadays are also internationally allowed, but there may be an international service fee. So you want to confirm whether or not you have that. It might be a percentage, or you may have to call ahead in order to ensure that that card is not blocked in a new country, so that way you can use it as you please. Online money transfer services. There are a few online platforms that allow you to make currency exchanges. It's usually through different online payment processors. So that is something that you want to just look into yourself to see whether or not there's an app that you can download and then just transfer the money to yourself in the new currency. And lastly is traveler's checks, which is something that is not done as frequently as before, but is still an option. And in case you want to find out more about that, I actually made a video here. So yeah, that's the basics around foreign currency exchange. Fabian, I hope I pronounced your name right. I hope this video answered some of your questions, and as you did before, if you have any more, please drop a comment down below. For those of you who are not Fabian, thanks for watching. I love making these types of videos and I learn as I answer these questions too. So please ask me some questions, just say hi. It's really fun to just kind of do what the people want essentially and help people out. So yeah, if you are a subscriber, thank you so much for tuning in again. If you are not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. I try to make a weekly video related to personal finance topics as well as debt of my own. So if you would like to see more videos of this type, please hit the subscribe button and then turn on that notification button. And as always, I hope you have a great one and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!